Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the 5D News. We're December 18 already. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my amazing sister, Sophie. How are you, Sophie?
Hey, I'm really happy to be here. I'm doing good. Have you felt the amazing change of energy since the new moon?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Did you feel something?
Absolutely, because it was absolutely crazy up and down, and energetically for me at least. And I heard a lot of people saying the same. It was a roller coaster of energies, and then after this full moon, it's finally like stable. So I think we're just adjusting to this change. But that could be just me. Let me know in the comments.
Well, it could be also the Mercury retrograde because, like at the same time, we have Mercury going direct. So a lot of the things that have been blocking or not going as fast might have been resolved in the today or in the coming days. So that makes sense. But definitely, like, I feel like, yeah, there's like a blockage that has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be our last 5D news before the holiday break. Because yes, we're going to take a little bit of a break, but we're going to pre-record some shows. The 5D deep dives are going to continue once a week for that holiday break. So we're going to pre-record those before we go into our little holiday break. I will be traveling early in January, so we will be resuming the 5D news shows after I come back, the second part of January. So enjoy. And of course, in the meantime, you can always binge watch on the past ones that we have been doing. We have been producing a lot lately, I noticed. So I have made here a playlist, all the 5D news that we've done and all the 5D deep dives. So it's a really great time to go and check those out if you haven't already. We have produced the Pluto in Aquarius 3-part series, which is super interesting because it anchors us in a frequency like of a lot of positive changes that we're going to see in the very in the coming future. And I think it's a really good way to embody this energy of the new year, the changes that we want to see. Also, we've produced the 144,000 Twin Flames Lightworkers episode, which was amazing. Mm-hmm. And of course, all the 5D news are here, and a lot of those are timeless. So check that out in the meantime. So this is going to be our last one, as I said. We're feeling very festive. Right before the holidays, and we're going to see you for the next one that is going to be on January 1st. We're going to do a deep dive, and that's going to be about the New Year celebration. We're going to deep dive into the true power of that. Also, the month of January, the Gregorian calendar, the planet Saturn, Capricorn season, manifestation, 1/1 portal. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fascinating one. All right, Sophie, do you have anything to share before we go into the questions?
Just thank you so much for everybody that took the time to order your 2025 reading with me. This is something that I wanted to try, the pre-recording, and I think the response was really clear. I think you prefer that kind of reading, and that it's just really easy to not have to either take off, or it's just really fun for you guys to be able to receive this reading whenever you have the time to listen to it. You can listen to it. It's recorded, and you can re-listen to it throughout the year. So thank you so much for the overwhelming response. That is really, really positive. Thank you immensely.
Yeah, and it's still time to order yours if you haven't already. There's a 20% off discount until December 31st. So that's a 30-minute pre-recorded reading. Sophie's going to tune in intuitively into your energy to see what are the most important themes coming up for your 2025 year ahead. And as Sophie said, it's a private link video that's going to be sent to you via email, so you can listen or re-listen to anytime you'd like. So, and it's available, of course, on the website Maison Jupiter, and I'll put the link down below in the description box. All right. I think we're ready to go. Sophia, are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So our first question for Sophie, the Oracle of Delphi and the cards. And I'm just going to put the categories over here. So the Earth and the stars, and our first one is something that I saw on the Weather Channel, which I thought was kind of interesting. So they have been seen; those rainbow clouds have been seen in China, and a lot of people have filmed them from different locations in China. And a lot of people seem to be seeing like a dragon and a phoenix merged together. So as you can see here, different people have viewed them. So it's not just a matter of like perspective. So of course in the video they say that, oh, it's a natural phenomenon when this and that happens. It creates rainbow clouds, which I thought was super like 5D and very interesting. So I'd like to ask the cards, are those rainbow clouds a natural phenomenon?
Okay. It says it's metal in the air. So it's some kind of particle of metals that is in the air. And it's not something that is, it's something that is man-made. It's not natural. We do have the card of works. We do have somebody working on this. So it is something that is man-made, and it's just getting started. So I think that's probably the weather manipulation.
Is it like a byproduct of the chemtrails, like aluminum and all the metals that have been spraying into the air?
Yeah, it says it's an excess of it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so not so cool. It looks very beautiful, but it's not so beneficial for us.
Not really. It says that it's the intent of those things, that there's many intent. The fertility is there, but also to affect the crops.
Okay, so as you said, like it seems like it's the start of something that we're going to see more and more worldwide.
That's what they want, but we don't know yet which timeline we're going to go in.
Okay, I love that. So let's manifest that we're not going to see them
exactly
anymore. Okay, interesting. So still in the same category, we're about to have here in the Northern Hemisphere the winter solstice exactly on December 21st. That coincides also with the pagan ritual Yule, which is encompassing a couple days before and after the solstice. So I'd like to ask the cards, what is the most powerful practice we can have for the winter solstice on December 21st in the Northern Hemisphere for the winter solstice? What's the most powerful practice?
Okay, so the card that they just flipped out of the deck. So we have contemplation. So it's really important that you take a break. It's important that you review the year. Even though it's not fully the last day of the year, this is important that you take a moment to review the year that you went through. And the most calm and in silence that you can do that day will be the better. So walk in nature alone, meditate. If there is children in the house or if there is family in the house, try to go outside alone, because this is a moment where you really want to tune into your soul and to tune into your own frequency and to ask yourself, okay, so how did I do? And a little bit of a review of the year without, it is still a judgment, but without harsh judgment. What we aim for is just to see, okay, so this is still something that I want to work with next year, and this is something that I think I'm okay with the result. It's the point is not to blame, or the point is not to judge. It's just to evaluate. And then what we have is purge. So maybe review some goals that are not aligned for the next year. So to remove them, maybe to see what you want to change in your life for the next year. So it's a lot of it is a big review and to realign your goals so you can take steps as a divine masculine energy, take steps after this big event in the astrology.
Wow, I'm like mind blown because I was doing the research for the next show that is going to talk about New Year, Capricorn season, all of that. And it's exactly what I think aligns with the astrology as well, because we're going to step into Capricorn season. Capricorn season is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of isolation, of let's say needing to slow things down, to review also the past karma. And also, if you look at the pagan ritual, if you look at this little image right here, it says also to rest, reflection, gratitude, reflect on past stuff. So that really aligns. And also, and I'm going to share that also in the 5D deep dive that we're going to have on January 1st. But the Roman god that inspired the name January is the Roman god Janus. And he's depicted with two faces, a god with two faces, one that looks at the past and one that looks at the future. So it says basically that it's as important to look at the past as the future. So it's a time of contemplation to be, and you had that skills card about looking at the past. So that makes a lot of sense, that it's not necessarily maybe aligned with being really festive, the solstice. So maybe it's saying that although we might have a lot of social gatherings, take the time you need also to recharge your battery, because that is what is in line with the natural cycles of energy.
That is so crazy, because lots of holidays have been hijacked. And of course, being reunited with the families and having your social gathering is so important. But on this date, that is not per se the date of Christmas or the New Year's Eve, it needs to be more alone, and it needs to be more reflective. So that's the time where we are super busy typically to prepare for the gathering, food, gifts, and finishing tasks at work. But this is not what we're meant to be doing.
We're meant to relax, to take some time, to contemplate. What we actually do, I think, aligns with that, because we have like a really small gathering usually, Sophie and I, with our mom, and we gather the three of us, and we look at tarot cards. We do like our predictions for the next months ahead. But I think like the key word is like simplicity, because also Saturn and Capricorn rules that energy of simplifying stuff, really going for the essential, not overwhelming yourself with details, with lots of stuff. And we're also transitioning from Sagittarius season, which is ruled by Jupiter, which can be excess, which can be very social, very festive, and now to a Saturn ruled season, which is all about simplicity, all about isolation, even connecting with elders, Saturn also, with wisdom. So that makes a lot of sense. That aligns so well. So can't wait also to do the deep dive. It's going to be a really good one. Okay, next question. And I'm excited for this one. So today, December 18, and December 17, December 18, December 19, we're going to have the sun conjunct the Galactic Center. So the sun in astrology kind of amplifies, sheds a light on something. And when it aligns with the Galactic Center is provides us with like creative insights, downloads, really high frequency 5D energy. So I know a lot about it, but I'd like to ask the cards, because the cards have always like a really interesting perspective on everything. What is the effect on the sun aligning with the Galactic Center around this time of the year?
Okay.
Are we going to be able to tap into more consciousness, more insights, or is it something altogether very different?
It says that we're going to be open to, it says, take a leap of faith. It says to relocate, travel. We have a lot of it that is a little bit weird. I'm just going to go with the weird stuff first. Yeah, because I have a lot of cards here. I have about 30 cards in front of me. So what I'm seeing here that is really weird, it's that we have a confrontation, it seems, first with the feminine and the masculine energy with those two. So it seems like we're going to have a kind of a a shock of perspective first with this alignment. And I don't know why, I don't know the astrology. So this is just what the cards are telling me, is that we do start with this kind of a conflict of energies, and it's mainly divine masculine and feminine, yes, but it's not like men are against women. It's just those two energies fighting each other and trying to find a way to work together. And it says that lots of things from the past are going to have to change. So there is a lot of fated events that are going to happen with this travel, relocation. There is a lot also of activation elsewhere in the world if you need. So linked with traveling. We do have, big fated choices with this. So what is this conflict? This is the weird part that I had, this conflict that is there. I think that this is the shift, the official shift, where the humanity, the collective energy are going to shift towards the official divine feminine energy collectively.
Okay, that is so interesting, because while you were saying that, I'm like, it seems like I wrote something similar about the Galactic Center. So I went to look at the notes that I created for the magical placement workshop. And I took a screenshot while you were talking. So this is from the downloadable notes in the workshop on the Academy. So it says Galactic Center. So whenever there is like a planet that's activating the Galactic Center. So I said starseed placement, holding the divine feminine, divine masculine polarity. But that's not something I've read. That's something that came as a download, okay? Great potential for sacred relationship, twin flame soulmates, holding the frequency of sacred union, having an important mission, needing to develop your talent in order to offer it to the world and be in service. But that's when you have, let's say, something in your natal chart that aligns with that, and powerful downloads. So go ahead.
Just what you said, the divine love. This is crazy. Can you explain that a little bit? Why we have that kind of energy?
As I said, I've read like so many things on like the meaning, astrological meaning of the Galactic Center and when something aligns on it. And I've never resonated fully to what I've read before. So I decided to me myself pull some cards on it before I made those notes. So that's a download that came. And that was talking, because like, let's say, traditionally speaking, people were talking about the Galactic Center as being the giver of light, the giver of consciousness, the giver of creative insights, downloads, all of that stuff, the collective unconscious, being able to tap into the Akashic record. So that's the traditional view.
Interesting.
So when I was myself picking up on trying to get some more messages, I was picking up on the divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame, sacred union polarity, which is something that I've never read before. So this is so interesting.
Wow. And I don't remember exactly my natal chart, but I do know that the Galactic Center is conjoined 3 planets for me.
Yeah. This is true.
It may be a wild ride.
I have Neptune on the Galactic Center, and you have, I think, Saturn, Uranus in your midheaven on the Galactic Center.
And I have another planet too, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's Neptune too, something like that. But yeah, it's going to be intense. Look if you have something there also in your own chart.
Yeah, of course.
That may be significant, but I think we're going to really see a rebalancing of the energies, divine feminine, divine masculine, and we're going to really enter in the divine feminine energy way more. And yes, it can call in your divine partner, in that can be a soulmate, that could be twin flame. It doesn't have to be romantic when it's twin flame. I know it can, it doesn't have to be. It's going to help in your evolution. It's going to help you to get activated and expect, I think, a lot of, like I said, fated change, fated decisions. So lots of downloads from the universe to tell you what is next for you.
Woo! That's even more exciting than I thought. So we're in it as you're watching this video. If you're watching around the dates of December 18, 19, the sun is illuminating the Galactic Center. So it's allowing us to tap into this energy even more. So thank you, Sophie. Wow. And just wanted to say here, the workshop that I talked about, magical placements in your birth chart, is right now available also for the 50% off promo across all the academy. So all the courses, the workshop, the meditation activations of the academy are at 50% off, and that's until December 31st. And you have also the option of gifting them very easily to anyone that you'd like. And also I produce a solar return workshop if you're interested into knowing more about your astrology. And tarot, of course, also is in the promo there. And last thing I wanted to share with you before we move on to our next category, which is going to be politics, because there's a lot going on these days. I finally took the time to finish the Astro Calendar for 2025. So that was a lot of work, a lot of love that's been poured into it. So I'm very proud of my baby. So it's now available for purchase. It's a digital PDF document which gives you all the important key dates of 2025, so you can plan ahead. If you have any projects, trips coming up, or if you just like to be aware of what's going on in the astrology, I made it really, really simple. There's a legend here with a few different emojis, so you can really decipher easily if it's a lucky date, if it's an unlucky date, or depending on what you're trying to achieve there. And I have created a 10% off coupon code, which is Astro 2025. That gives you a 10% off the Astro calendar until December 31st. So a lot of people have been asking me, where's the 2025 calendar? It is here. It is being, it was getting ready in the past days, but that was also Mercury retrograde. So I think now is the right time. Sorry, I have to drink a little bit of water.
Yeah, we're losing our voice right now. I think that's just Mercury being direct, that we have to refine our voice.
Yeah, that might be. All right. Okay. So we're now going to be talking quite a bit about politics. So let's start with that. And let me share with you the link. Okay. So there's been quite a lot of, let's say, intensity in the Canada's politics. Our finances, our MP, what's this called? Ministerial of Finances. I was looking for the English term. Ministerial of Finances, Chrystia Freeland, resigns in Canada, so leaves Justin Trudeau a little bit alone. And right before they were supposed to drop, let's say, the financial report, so that was being terminated or finished by someone else. So basically, I'd like to know, and of course, I read a lot of articles on that. Rumors say that she was.
Don't tell me yet, please. I don't know anything. I would like to go as blindly as possible about this one.
Okay, well, just before you do, I just want to say that there's rumors that she has been fired from Trudeau before. So I just want to look with the cards. Is it true? First of all, was she fired or not? And is it a sign that Trudeau is next to resign?
Okay. Wow. That is, I saw that title. I didn't want to look just because in case you ask me. So that's super interesting. Let's see.
And that happened on the 16th. So it's very fresh.
It says that she took the blame for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Projector, and then we have the logic. We have him looking at her like this is the one. We have the scandal, and we have here a touch of evil and fighting. So I really think that she took the blame for somebody else.
Yeah, that makes quite a lot of sense, because we know that the finances have been really unbalanced. Well, obviously, because we have been pouring so much money out of the country into crazy wars and stuff. And I shouldn't say that word, but anyways, so, and we know that she's not taking her decisions alone. Of course, she's a puppet of a bigger organization that's a world organization. And I'm trying not to say triggering words here. because we are indeed on YouTube and Rumble. And do make sure you like. By the way, I forgot to say that at the beginning. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense that she has been taking the blame, because now people want some form of justice, and especially when it comes to the financial crisis that is indeed beginning. So she took the blame for not only the prime minister, but also this world organization that have been, let's say, forcing Canada to put money here and there. Is this a sign? Because I see it as the start of a big cleansing of darker, denser energy in politics. So is this a sign that Trudeau's next?
So it says that he wants to exit only when it's going to show he has done nothing wrong. So this is her that's going to take the blame, and he wants to, yes, exit. We have it right there, but we do have it in ascension. He doesn't want it to be he did something wrong and that his legacy is going to be bad. He wants it that anything that happens, anything that is revealed that is bad, is going to be blame on her.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So the answer is yes, but not now. Not just right now.
Exactly. So the answer is that right now it's a critical moment for him, and that he knows it. That's the Nine of Wands. He knows it. He's getting exhausted to try to keep everything in place and try to keep his image. It's a very critical moment, and there has been an agreement that somebody would be sacrificed. So this person hasn't paid off, and so he can keep the place on the throne. But there is a lot going on that is risky behind the scene. It's just that he is trying to stay there and to keep his image. But there has been a lot of sacrifice, and we're not going to be aware of this yet.
What kind of sacrifices behind the scenes?
Let's see. I have the Justice card. What kind of sacrifices? Queen of Sword and the Page of Sword reverse. Nine of Wands. This is interesting because I think that is more on the family front, that he has been making sacrifice for this. Let me just see a little bit more. Five of Cups. Yeah, that's family. Four of Swords. Nine of Cups, the Lovers. Yeah, that's family. I think that he has a lot more of obligations, so he has a lot less to say in his own life. And basically, he is now more than just a puppet. He has to answer really quickly to anything that is being asked to him.
Yeah, of course, he's being controlled also in his personal life. That makes sense.
But there's more. I'm just not able to. Let me see. This question is protected. It says children. So it's like he is not going to have.
Could it be I don't want to say triggering words, but
yeah,
could it be the worldwide exchange of underages that he's being part of that might be, let's say, putting him in a threatening position? Like people threatening to reveal information about his involvement in this?
That's for sure. That is for sure. In the cards, we have the Devil next to the card of the Page of Cups. That is absolutely what you're saying. So the Page of Cups with the reverse, so the Innocence reverse, and then the Devil, Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. That's absolutely there, what you're saying. But there's more. It's like he is not going to have a say in how his children are going to be raised anymore.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
a lot of things are going to be sacrificed in his personal life.
Okay. Wow. Whew. Next question. Okay, so that was quite maybe like 10 days ago, but I still want to cover this because that's so interesting. And that's our mom who talked to me about that. So that was the reopening ceremony of the new, let's say, upgraded cathedral of Notre-Dame de Paris in France. It burned quite a few years ago. And that was the official reopening, which they made like a huge deal about it. And some really strange costumes were designed for that event. And a lot of people have been talking about those costumes. And like, I know there was like a famous designer who was involved in this. To me, it looks like an Italian old carnival, like with the bright colors and almost like clown-like. I don't know if I should have took picture of like what it's reminding me of, but let me know in the comments what you think it looks like. Anyways, I'd like to know what is the true, and a lot of people that are very religious or have been very traditional about, let's say, the church traditions are like fiery about it. They're like, wow, what nonsense is this? So what is the true intention behind those costumes? What is the message that the church is trying to send out?
Okay. And for me, by the way, this is like reminding me of that game with 4 colors that you have to press on the patterns.
Yeah, it's very primary.
Yeah.
To me, it really looks like like the old Tarot de Marseille cards, like with those primary colors, and you have like the Fool and like the Clowness cards. It looks like that to me.
Yeah. So it says that there is hidden symbols in what they are wearing. So we do have the mask, the observer, and the victim. So they are almost like forced to wear it. It's like a ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird cards. We have Deception and Parasite. Okay, so let me just check with the second row. I think with this, it's very clear where it's going, but
Is this like a sort of a spell enchantment that they're spreading through this ceremony?
I'm just going to get the second row because that could be it, or that could also be some kind of public humiliation to prove that they are still a part of it.
It's a circus.
Yep. Oh, it's an activation. It's an activation, so this is a spell.
Okay, and talking about that, yeah, I don't like your face right here.
Yeah, no, it's an activation for 9 of Cups and 7 of Cups. Basically, it's because they sense that they're losing a lot of people that are in the church. And it says that by doing that kind of ritual, they are again reactivating some kind of abundance and power in the church for the church.
Okay. But what about the costumes? Like what kind of role do they play in that activation?
The Hermit reverse, 3 of Pentacles, Hierophant. Those colors symbolize a bigger organization. Those are the official color of an organization. And by wearing them, it's like they are claiming that they're part of it.
Okay, that makes sense. And also, I couldn't help but notice the checkered floor, which is a Freemason symbol. So is the checkered floor an obvious public display of the Vatican's connection to Freemasonry?
Yes, and it's again, we have the same card, just different deck, compromise, that association with something else,
Mhm.
wealth, that exactly what I said previously with the tarot cards, that there will be abundance coming their way. And we have the sun, which is success, power, and optimism. So that's an activation. And I do believe that because the question was with the Freemason, that it's joining forces together.
Mhm. Officially, and like when they do stuff like that publicly, because they're so secretive most of the time. So when they do things publicly, it's because like there's an intention to either cast a spell or uh, have some kind of message being delivered. Okay, so for this ceremony or inauguration, Trump was there along with Macron, and that's Macron's spouse over here. So, and some truthers were saying that, oh, of course, that wasn't the primary reason he got there. Like, there's something else behind the scenes that he was doing with Macron, like more behind the scenes. So, I'd like to ask the cards: was Trump really going to France for the inauguration of Notre-Dame de Paris, or was there another primary motive for his presence there?
What is it talking about? Okay, let's do the cards together.
Okay, let's play a game. Okay, yeah.
Nurturing relationship, nurturing, that's normal. Sabotage. So it could be like a tricky kind of a situation where this person is showing up that he's doing something, but instead it's reversed. The intent is reversed. Self-worth, the angels, and solitude. So and I will take the cards. If you have any insight, I will let you speak there. I do believe that what it's saying is that, first of all, yes, he truly admires the work of the cathedral. I do believe that there is an interest there to also do some kind of networking, but to be very sneaky about this. So to connect with people, but not show the cards about it 100%.
Well, my feeling and what I got from the cards too is that the primary motive was not the inauguration of the church, because there seems to be like a lot of things behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like he's here to not threaten Macron, but like isolate him from the world organization that he's working for.
That's it.
And like try to regain France as being like an ally. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Absolutely. For sure, he's not there just for the church, and the church is not like the first thing in his mind, but he does appreciate that church. And yes, so that kind of those three cards of, well, let's say those two, the nurturing and the sabotage. It's like I'm trying to connect with you to win you over, but then this is what I'm doing with this connection is basically gaining insight and just understanding of what is happening. We do have justice and the wheel of fortune. So there's way more going on that is going to be a little bit more longer game here.
Yeah. But also, like, would you agree with the devil card of the 10 of swords, that he's trying to submit Macron to his power? And like, it's like I see that like as a showcase of power. Be like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Either you're in, or like you let me control you and your politics, or you're gonna be on the enemy's camp.
Absolutely. I just think that it's going to be a little bit more of a longer game, because he's playing very smart about it and very strategic. So he's not going to reveal from the beginning his intentions, and that's where we're at. I think we're going to see him a little bit trying to win him over, to get closer and have more insight and have his trust, and then just deal with it.
Like they say, like, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Still on the subject of the Vatican and the church, the Christian church, that is. So a lot of people have wrote it in the community, and thank you everybody for your amazing insights there. I love to go and watch what you guys have to say there before when I do my research. So Edward was saying, and there's an article here that he sent. So the Pope to open 5 holy doors at the Vatican starting Christmas Eve. So, and here in the article, they say, we'll open 5 holy doors in a long-standing Catholic tradition, and we'll introduce a never-before-seen ritual, which is kind of scary when you see that. So it is the Jubilee, and it says like last time they have done it, apparently was in 1423. So there's a lot of, icky stuff there. So, okay. And Edward is saying, as the Pope will be opening the Vatican doors that had been sealed with a special ritual, is it opening a vortex to allow, let's just say, bad entities to come in? Because there's a lot of stuff there and I'm not sure what I can say, what I cannot say.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it makes me remember that Saint Malachi prophecy that this would be the last pope, and probably I think it says 2027 or 2024. I'm not sure. Okay, those 5 doors and the new ritual. What is this about? Yeah, it's exactly the question. I have to answer yes, absolutely, to your question. And thank you for that amazing question. It says open stock vibration that has been sealed for a long time. And what is it? Oh my God. It says destruction, chaos. It says destruction, crumbling, and corruption. And we have ending, loss, and mourning. So let me check with the tarot deck maybe.
Yeah. And Tim was also asking about this Vatican Jubilee. What will be happening when they open the portals of faith, as they call them?
Okay, let's just see the first card, and then what I will do is I will sage quickly, because that's for sure a question that is protected. For sure.
I'll do the same. When we don't have our sage, we spray.
Yeah, and it's better also for the voice, because otherwise we may lose our voice.
A little bit more, because this question is a bit icky.
Yeah. So hold this space for me, please, everybody. Let's see what we have. Yeah, it says it's been a long time waiting. I don't like it. 8 of Cups. So doing something greater that has never been achieved. Destruction. So I'm going to try to get more on this, but that's twice that we have the same energy. It says moving forward, the Chariot, 8 of Wands, Page of Cup. I think they're going to reveal their true face.
Oh.
Those are beautiful cards normally.
But that's kind of what is going on also with the reopening of the cathedral of Notre-Dame de Paris. Like with the costume, it's like they're showing off even more publicly their true connections with the dark side.
I think they're going to align even more with the wrong side. And they're going to possibly try to make it seen as they're doing still good deeds. But I think they're going to have, my God, I think they're going to have, it's going to create the end of the church, basically. Because what we have here is a lot of destruction. And I think they're doing a very risky move. It's basically, I think, their last chance to revive the Catholic Church, associating with other churches or organization of any kind. And with this, it's just going to destroy their true identity. And we do have the destruction of the church.
Okay, something just came in. Could it be because they know or they think that certain ETs are just about to come back to the earth? So they're they don't care about like showing their true face just before that happens. Like they're overlords.
I think so, because that is a truth that is going to hurt a lot of people. So it's going to shift what we have been told by church for a long time. And I think that's going to be what is causing the destruction of what is the saint, how do you say that? The Sainte Écriture? The sacred
Writings, scriptures.
Scriptures, yes, thank you. Yeah. That's not a word that we use a lot, so thank you. Yeah, I think it's going to contradict a lot of things that we have been told to not question. And but there's one aspect that is being shown everywhere, is that it didn't serve the true purpose it was supposed to serve, to help those in needs.
Right.
So there could be also something that is going to be shown with the financials. Because we do have,
they are indeed helping like rich people get richer and poor people get poorer.
Yes, and making that kind of association, once again, a choice that is not aligned with the true values of what this is teaching. It is also causing this kind of a corruption, destruction that we have right there with the card of the mice. And this is not aligned with the new energies at all.
Yeah.
So I think this is just maybe the reason of the prophecy of the Pope.
Well, you know what? Like that all makes so much sense, and especially with Pluto in Aquarius, and in January we're gonna have the nodes shift into the Pisces Virgo axis, the North Node being in Pisces, the sign of religions. So I feel like such like a huge light has to be shed on the lies before a lot of the crumbling can take place. So I feel like this is like the main energy of 2025, collectively speaking, on the world stage. But that seems to be the case even more here.
I just want to say one final thing on the topic.
Yep.
I do believe that it's going to be destroyed from the inside.
Oh, from the inside.
Yeah. It's so corrupted that I think that something is going to be either being, explode or being revealed from the inside. It's not like a journalist, let's say, from the outside is going to reveal something. I really think this is going to be destruction is going to start from the inside.
So either like a war, a power struggle inside the church, or someone that decides to speak out. That was okay. Woo! Last question on the subject before we talk about something else. Good question from Edward. Has the planetary guardians succeed in blocking the vortex from being open in Notre-Dame de Paris, as well as in CERN? So there's a lot more to the question, but since like the card like more like a precise direction, let's just ask: did the planetary guardian succeed in blocking the vortex for being opened in Notre-Dame de Paris? And he says by fire.
I do see that for a moment it is the case, but it doesn't seem to be permanent.
Okay.
So I think that is part also of the ritual.
Is it us that need to see the church for what it is truly and remove our energy from it? Is it like the way that it's going to be taken down?
Exactly. And there's a lot that comes from the money, because that ritual was about the money, and the money is going to be a huge part of why it's being stopped. Well, I mean that's going to be 99% of why it's being stopped, because of the money and everything. But the 1%, I think that's because we have been lied to. But it was all about power and money.
Yeah. Yeah. So like it's part of a grander scheme of slavery, which is the financial system, basically.
And
The biggest part of that slavery system.
exactly. And the part of why right now, the awakening, this is the window of time where the woman is taking more of her power. And the church was never about empowering women, but more empowering men. Not that one is better than the other. Everybody should be equal, but it's what is not fitting well also with church right now with the energies. They're not doing the right thing to survive.
Well, as we saw that the sun is aligning with the galactic center and giving even more power to the divine feminine.
Yeah.
Not gonna sit well with them. Okay, next question. And that was a funny one. And a lot of people have been talking about it in the media. So everybody seems to be aware of it, even though they're not really aware of like the big picture of what's going on. So Trudeau went to meet with Trump regarding following Trump's announcement of putting a 25% tariff on Canadian products in the US and Mexican products as well. So Justin went to see his buddy Trump and tried to do whatever they do, lobby politics. And while they met, Trump referred to Trudeau as being the governor of the great state of Canada, and rather than the Prime Minister of Canada. So that seems to suggest that he's either just joking or planning to index Canada as part of the United States. So a lot of people were like, what is he saying? So there's also another article that said at Mar-a-Lago, Trump remarked that Canada should become the 51st US state, something that was in no way a serious comment. Said Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc, who accompanied Trudeau to the dinner. Of course, the president was telling jokes. He was teasing us, blah, blah, blah. So let's ask the cards. Why did Trump refer to Trudeau as being the governor of the great state of Canada? Is it because he has a true intention of uniting Canada and US together?
I think that has been in the plan. I think he has been in the plan. And it says cancel. It says setback and hostility. So I think that was a kind of a taking the pulse on the question. So let me also see the second row just in case. Yeah, this is something that they really seriously considered. But the reaction of the people, it says that we're not there yet.
Okay. But can we ask, is it like a true possibility for the future?
Yes, it is. It says that the conversation will continue on this topic. It says that the number one concern was the economy, and that joining forces together would help with what we have going on, because we have a lot of resources in Canada, but apparently Trump thinks that we're not dealing with them the right way and that we're being exploited.
I think he's right.
So this is why he claimed that there is a lot of loss that is happening with the money in Canada, that joining forces could make a lot of more revenue for both countries and have a lot more of
that will make it stronger in the face of the financial changes that are to come.
Yep.
So that was kind of a trial balloon, as they call it in politics. Like you throw something out, you see people's reaction, and you gauge like the timeline of whether or not they're ready for it.
Yeah, it's still going to be talked about, so it's not completely removed, but it is for the moment. It says setback.
Okay, great. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about UFOs. So this is a video from Redacted News, and it says Trump demands answers on UFOs over America as Pentagon hides the truth. No wonder. So they're talking about like there has been such a huge amount of military Pentagon drones flying over, especially New Jersey, which is apparently the most protected area in the States. So first of all, let's ask, are they indeed military Pentagon drones flying over the US? And if so, why are they being released at this time? What's the true reason?
It says fear and return. They're preparing for a possible war, a possible attack.
A possible attack.
Attack from off-worlders. They're preparing for something to defend themselves. So that's a very big need right now to prepare for something that may come up. And we don't have a lot of experience apparently with those kind of it's not device that is the right word. What is the right word?
Weapons?
Oh, it's a weapon. Okay, weapon.
Weapon, or I don't know. Technology. I don't know.
Technology is a good word. Thank you. Technology. We don't have a lot of experience how to deal with that kind of technology. So it's like an emergency of we need to practice.
Okay. Is this still a I'm like mind blown and trying to figure out the next question.
Take your time.
Is there a possibility that this can be avoided, this situation of galactic war on Earth?
The cards are very fun. They're saying yes, but it requires somebody with maturity to deal with them.
Let's look at who we have right now in place. Okay.
So it says action, communication, and this is the card of maturity. So yes, there is something that can be done, but it requires someone in power that could have a lot of maturity right now.
Well, that can be either like the person in power or the people advising that person, because we know that a lot of galactics also have been on those councils for a lot of, let's say, powers.
Yeah.
Is this why Trump is coming out demanding answers about those drones? Is that because he's trying to get awareness in the public about what is about to happen?
Yes. The moon. So he's trying to reveal what is being hidden and to try to bring awareness, exactly like you were saying. So possibly the person in charge is not president. Possibly it's more of the secret services and the blah, blah, blah. But there is, I think, yeah, it's confirming immaturity right there. There is like the last word that is the president that has to say yes or no.
Yeah.
And that's where we don't have this energy of it says maturity in place to deal with this. And it says maturity. It could be experience in this also.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking about Putin as well. Like, is he more wise in that regard?
Let's see. What is Putin's approach with this topic? He's welcoming them.
Maybe the good ones or the bad ones?
Yeah, well, I think that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good. He is welcoming. He wants more. He wants to have like more exploration, more communication with them. So the approach is like welcoming and try to make alliances. So
yeah, maybe he has good alliances with like the right ones. So that's what the cards are saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know we were going to talk so much about politics, but I think we're going to do a little bit of a longer show as our special holiday gift for all of you. So a great question also from Edward. Will the COG, continuity of government, be activated before Trump takes power on January 20th of 2025? So basically, from what I've understood about it, is that the government that's still in place, which is Biden and team, and by the way, that looks like
that's real weird.
Anyways, yeah. So from what I've understood, and let me know in the comments if I understood it correctly, but they could put something in place, a mechanism in place in order to keep some stuff from the old presidency to avoid, let's say, the next president to change completely. So I don't know exactly on what terms it is. Is it laws? Is it, I don't know. But apparently this continuity of government could be activated before January 20th. So let's ask the cards. Will it be indeed activated before Trump's sits on his throne on January 20th?
We do have some things that will be done, but I don't think it's going to be the full amount of what it could have been activating. I don't know what the right word are. We do have him leaving, and we do have some laws that are going to be put in place, but I think that's already happening. I see in the little that I follow the news right now, I do see that, because I've been doing your readings, I do see that there is he has been pardoned. What is the name in English?
Forgiving? That's not the word, but
he's still pardoned. I
think so.
Yeah. Pardon some people, including his son. So yeah. I think that's what he's mainly doing.
Okay.
But
so he's trying to wipe away, let's say, problems that he could have later on for his family.
And we do have the marriage, so his alliances are being protected before he leaves.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's not doing such a good job with all of Hollywood and the music industry right now. But anyways, I guess they're doing like what they can. All right. Right before we talk a little bit about other extra questions, I just wanted to share it with all of you. Still, we have the 20% off promo. We talked about the 2025 pre-recorded prediction. So the code is holidays with an S, and a lot of people have wrote to me because they forgot the discount code. So please do make sure you enter it and to get your 20% off. And that's until December 31st. And with the same coupon code holidays, you get a 20% off on all the beautiful handmade candles. From Elena, there are 7 in the collection, crystal infused, beautiful healing energy, wonderful scents. And the 20% off, though, is not applicable on this one because it is a new product. So this is also a beautiful gift idea, the Atlantis Candle infused with Larimar that we have on the website for a very limited quantity. And also we have the 20% off on the bird charts, same code holidays, and also the gift card for the bird charts. And also we have the 20% off on all the consultations. So that doesn't happen often on the boutique. So really take advantage of that. And you can also book right now for later consultations, or if you don't know exactly what date you'd like your consultation to be, you can also purchase the gift card, which allows you to select the time and date of your choice later on or to gift it to someone. So this is what we have for the holidays, and that's until December 31st. So do take advantage of that right now. Of course, if you're looking for gift ideas, we have a lot of beautiful, unique ideas for you guys. Okay, next, where did I want to go? Few extra questions here, since it is our, let's say, right before Christmas episode. Okay, let's talk about mysteries. So I've been sent this article. I believe it is from Tim. So here it says, ancient stone slab contains a language that nobody is able to decipher. So interesting, right? And it says here that it consists of 60 characters. There are some similarities from scripts from India, Egypt, Western Iberia, but nobody can understand where it's coming from or what it talks about. So let's ask the cards. Where does that come from, or when does that come from? And what's the language?
What's the language? Like the actual name?
No, maybe not the name, but what can we get from the cards? Like what kind of hints?
So where it comes from, it sounds like it's travelers, maybe more of a Viking or a little bit before, but kind of it sounds like Viking to me, and travelers that were there to. That's why I'm saying Viking. It's because we had the treasure chest and we have very early clothing, and we had the traveler card right there. So this is what I'm getting. It's the kind of civilization that we're traveling a lot to, maybe. Not nomad per se, but just trying to get treasures and trying to have a lot of there were nomad. Okay, they were nomad. So
Yeah.
always traveling and trying to get the best things in life, it says. So yeah, gets the best thing in life. What is the message that is on this? Let's
And maybe like, why is it the only trace of that language that we could find?
It says it was a protection spell to carry with them. A protection spell to carry with them. And why is it the only one that we have? We have a 9 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. I think they were destroyed. I think they had limiting knowledge on how to do that kind of stone and everything. And it says that they were destroyed, possibly because they were not welcome where they were. So anything that were fine from them were not kept and sacred.
Okay, interesting. Maybe 2 last ones. So this is a great article that Tim has sent us on the community. So here, Declassified Pentagon, a report suggests that reincarnation really exists. No shit. So, but like, so the report has been written back in 1983, makes the bold assertion that consciousness never dies. Very, very bold. Well, for, I guess, left brain people, it is. So let's just ask, because this is interesting that it has been declassified right now, right? So yeah, let's ask why. Why is it being declassified right now? What's the purpose? Is it for our benefit or not?
It looks like they're about to experiment even more with it, and they have to reveal that information for some reason before they can do even more experimentation. So it's not because they want to reveal it. It's just because they have to, apparently. And why do they need to do it? I'm not sure. We have a lesson. The answer is no in the fall. So let me just see what we have there with this. Why do they have to? Because there has been already experiencing on people, and they don't want it to come from another source. So I think that they're starting larger scale experimentation on this, and they're afraid that they don't control the narrative. There could be revolts on this. Yeah, the army.
Is it connected to the DNA that they're collecting? Is it also part of those experiments where they try to locate like a soul that's being reincarnated somewhere else?
Let's see this, but also they're working on the army. They're working on people in the army. But let's see also with the DNA.
Is it part of the experiment to locate those people?
Exactly. It's like every soul has a signature, and they're trying to locate certain people. So possibly they're trying to locate people with gifts, with intuition, but also people who have secrets that they need.
Yeah, like ancient knowledge and stuff, and psychic gifts.
Exactly.
Like you guys watching this video. Stay at home, don't give your DNA. Okay. Wow. So last question I wanted to ask, because I think that is in line with what is happening at the moment. So Lulu Ong, she says, hi, Julie and Sophie. I'm always fascinated by your 5D shows. Thank you for all the amazing information. Thank you so much, Lulu. Appreciate it. She says, here are some questions about cryptocurrencies. We're going to select maybe 2 of them. So why is Trump suddenly pro cryptocurrency since he won the presidential election? And we know that Bitcoin has gone in an upward slant since then.
So we have passion and we have no return. So I think that is saying that he doesn't want to return to a place where he has to follow other strengths, other big powers. And I think that would be the bank. So he's trying to see which of the timelines are going to be the best one for the future of the country, and which one will bring more abundance, but also to bring security in it, because that big X is also to keep it in. So this is is trying to see which of the ways that it can go about it could be the most beneficial for country and him.
Okay. And last one. Will Bitcoin continue to gain value as we get closer to President Trump's inauguration on January 20th? Will the value of Bitcoin continue to rise as we get closer to end of January?
It's world event that can change, but I do have a yes until the end where it says canceled. So I have to say that we may see a continuation of this energy to rise up, but I don't think ultimately this is the choice that is going to be made to have this as a big part of the economy. I think this is just to open the door to better negotiation leverage.
Okay, so we don't know when the cancel card comes in terms of timeline, but would you say like it's after Trump's inauguration, like January, February, or would you say it's later on?
I think it's going to be after Mars is direct. This is when more of the decisions are going to be made and we're going to have more of a stability.
So end of February.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope you guys appreciate it. I know a lot of people have been asking about Bitcoin, and this is so interesting. We're like in really interesting times. We incarnated here to be like say main players, main characters in this amazing transition. So what a gift it is. Thank you so much, Sophie, for the beautiful answers that you've given us. A lot of wisdom, a lot of light. Let us know in the comments below if you have anything to comment, if you did enjoy the show, of course, and do make sure you like it. It really helps the algorithms, and it really helps us into supporting us into creating some more shows like this one for you. So as I said, this is our last one before the holidays, but we're going to pre-record the deep dive. So you have one every week until we resume at the later part of January. So wishing you really beautiful holidays, lots of love, lots of really beautiful moments of connection with the people that you love, abundance, wealth in all the ways possible. And anything else if you'd like to wish our beautiful audience?
Healing, contemplation, recharging.
I love that. I love that, because like 2025 is going to be an amazing year, but also full of surprises as usual. So let's be ready for it. Lots of love to all of you guys. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your amazing support. Sometimes with comments, likes, we do read your comments. It brings so much appreciation, gratefulness on our side. So thank you so much for being there. We love you, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.